Hey, Chaplain Akins, how you doing?
Hi, how are you? I'm doing fine.
That's great. I want to make sure we can hear you fine. Can you hear us good?
Yes, I can. Thank you. You can hear me okay, right?
Yes, ma'am, we can.
Okay, okay.
Oh, there's Chaplain. Okay, good. Hi, Chaplain. How are you this evening?
I'm fine. Nice to see all of you.
Yes, thank you. I'm gonna have you bless us in a few, okay?
Okay. Okay.
All right, good evening, everyone. We're gonna go ahead and get started because we have a long, busy day going. As you all know, we have Mr. Donwell here, the man of the century right here, the man that knows it all. Thank you, Mr. Donwell, for coming. We're gonna go ahead, so you guys that are here to work on this application, we want to make sure that you guys are good to go. I have envelopes up here. I'm gonna make sure Mr. Donwell has them, so when you guys are done, we want stuff sealed and we want your name on the front. So all you have to do is pick up a packet and keep it moving, okay? Before we get going, I am going to have Chaplain Aikens pray us in this evening. Chaplain, we have food as well, so can you pray over the food?
Absolutely.
Quiet, please. Thank you, ma'am.
All minds clear. Lord, I just thank you for this Community Relations Council meeting and its President Kim Jackson and any speakers, any staff members, any representatives from any organizations. Lord, I just thank you right now for the police department and the 11th Precinct, Commander Chambers, the NPOs, the officers, and any and all of those that make it possible for this meeting to take place today and on a monthly basis. Father, I just thank you for everybody who's there today representing their families via physical or Zoom, standing in. I'm praying for the interest, for their interest of this community, and hopes that interest is for a clean, safe, respected, prosperous city of Detroit. Lord, I just pray that all things are done for the betterment of the community. Lord, I just thank you for the representation of the people that come out, regardless of religion or nationality, and with all special attention to our youth, our homeless, the senior citizens, and we're praying for nonviolence. Right now, Lord, I'm just asking that you bless this food. Let it be a nourishment to our bodies. Take any and anything that is not like you out of it, Lord. Lord, I just asked you to bless the hands that prepared it. I ask you to let it be blessed from the ground to the table. Anything that is not like you, please, Lord, remove it. I just ask all of this, let all things be done decently and in order. And we just ask all of this in Jesus' mighty name. Amen. God bless you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
What we're gonna do, because I know you guys may have questions and concerns and things like that. What we're gonna do, Mr. Don, so I'm gonna go out of order a little bit. Because I want Mr. Donwell to speak, and he's gonna kind of either tell you guys, guide you guys where you need to go, what you need to do. So we're gonna start that way first, and then we'll get into the rest of the meeting so I can let you go ahead and get started. Okay, so just come on up.
Thank you, everybody, for allowing me to come out today. This is actually, I don't want to say I'm ashamed to say, but probably one of my favorite principles.
Hold on, before you start, give me 1 second. Okay. If you guys have a seat next to you, can you please hold your hand up? If you got a purse or something in the seat, please hold your purse so we can make sure everybody can have a seat. All right, thank you. So you guys can find the empty seats over here.
So, I'm going to be brief, because I want to be starting off with those individuals who came out here since the application. So, what I want to just share with you today is a couple of important things. One, you probably have been hearing a lot about the tax foreclosures that are happening right now. And the tax foreclosure process is not arbitrary. It's not that he doesn't want to get people more payment plans, he wants to extend the process. Our law, as it relates to property tax foreclosure, is very, 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 very sensitive. The reality is that we're past COVID. We're past all those windows where the opportunities that existed to where the treasurer could have removed properties from foreclosure, he really doesn't have those opportunities, right? So what we have to start thinking about is being responsible today. The beginning process of property taxes begins with the assessment. So it's when your property is first valued by the local community. And in doing that, the local assessor will place a value on your property, and then you will receive a tax bill. So going into next year, I want you to make sure that you go through the appeal process to make sure that your property is being valued correctly, whether you believe it or not. Because I need you to understand how your property is being assessed. Because once that bill comes out, it's too late for us to do anything. So I need you to go through the process, understand how your property is being taxed, because you're going to be obligated to pay that bill. So if it's not paid, those taxes are transferred to the county, and that's where that rabbit hole starts, of those interest and penalties and all that kind of stuff, where things kind of become uncontrollable and more challenging. So I need to get you out of that process before it happens, right? So I want you to go through the appeal process next year to make sure that your property is being assessed fairly, so you can understand how your tax is being dealt with, right? But what we're going to talk about right now today is how do you deal with the current property tax bill that you have. This process is not an end all for everybody. It doesn't eliminate property taxes for everybody in the city. It is income based. This process is income based. It is the homeowner's property exemption, which provides an opportunity to see a reduction or elimination of the current year property taxes. If you're challenged with having to pay back taxes, if you can get a reduction for this current year, it can actually take some of the troubles off of you, right? So you can pay on towards those back taxes. Anything that can help you will help you stay in that home. But some of the other things that we're doing to make sure that you have access to other services, when we are reviewing the application, we're also looking at other opportunities, whether it's access to opportunities that the water department has, whether it's access to food, whether it's access to other utilities. Anything that we can begin to connect the dots for you on, these are the things that we're working on. We have to begin to look forward into how do we help the community have a better quality of life. So not trying to tout too much favor in a particular way, but I want to thank Councilmember Benson because he actually prepared a 20-year look back in ways that we can actually assist. So I'm providing that report to him very soon as it relates to things that we can do, like our younger folks. We're doing job fix. If you can't pay your property taxes, we need to look at what. Our seniors who qualify, we just need to take care of it, be done. But if you're a younger person and you need to have a better quality of life, we need to look at how we can help. So we recently did one job fair where we're getting 50 people hired at the new waste management plant that's being done on 9475. We have jobs that's being offered by DMC and N4, right? So we're looking at the root cause of the problem so we can try to fix it. So understand that when you apply with us to receive assistance on your property taxes, we're looking at the whole picture because we know that you need to have a better quality of life. Because we know if you have challenges, those other circumstances that can raise their head begin to occur. We need to reduce our calls, police abuse, and all the other things associated to our social roles, right? So if we can put money in people's pockets, it helps. If we can help you manage your costs and the things associated with your responsibilities, it can help you out, right? So I'm telling you how serious this is, not just about keeping you in your home, it's about you also having a better quality of life while you're there. So homeless property exemption not just provides an opportunity to see a reduction, idea that going forward is going to help change lives. So, the two things I want you to just take away, please, go through your appeal process, February 1 through February 22nd, assessor review while it's time required. I always suggest that you at least talk to the assessor so you can understand. The March board review is in March, beginning of March to the end. Make sure that you file that appeal so that you can understand how your property is being assessed, so tax. And then I'm going to be here assisting with anyone who wants to complete a whole application. So we can get that application submitted again, provides an opportunity for production or elimination of your property tax. Two other things I just want to make sure before I said have a seat. Disabled veteran exemption. Disabled veteran exemption provides an opportunity for the disabled veteran or the unmarried surviving spouse to see an exemption on their property taxes. This is 107 that's filed with the local assessor, and it's not income based at all. It's based on one of three standards: 100% service-connected disability, or special adjustment housing, or considered individually unemployable. One of the three. It's not a combination of two or anything like that at all. It's one of the three. And for the veterans homestead or the unmarried surviving spouse, the unmarried surviving spouse now can also take the exemption with any home that they purchase in Michigan. So you for one home. But if that unmarried surviving spouse decides they don't want to live in that home before and they want to buy a new home, they can actually transfer that exemption. So and then the last thing I want to mention is, I know a lot of you may not necessarily qualify, but our NEZ homestead for our newer homeowners in certain territories provides, it reduces the city and county portion of your tax bill. It reduces it by 50% for a 15-year period. It actually is across 153 neighborhoods across the city of Detroit, and but you have to own the home after 1997. So I know that's what says a number of us don't qualify, but again, for our newer homeowners, it's a great opportunity also to see your property taxes. And the only real requirement is you have to do some work to the house. $500 over 3 years. You're gonna spend that on cake
Really?
right? So, and it's not something that you have to prove when you file. It's just a commitment to do. Right? So a lot of great things that we have, a lot of great tools to help you stay in your home and manage your property tax application. You want to make sure that you have access. You want to make sure that you have get the opportunity to participate. And so since we're going through again some changes in terms of things that we used to be able to do that we can't anymore, you'll be seeing a lot more. And because the important thing is that I want to make sure that you have access. You gotta have access. If you don't have access, somebody's not available for you to have. So it's not myself, somebody in our team was working on success. We'll always be available to make sure that you do. All right. Thank you.
The yellow card that's in you with the assessment on it.
Mr. Donwell, we got a question. She's talking about the yellow card that comes in the mail every year.
Yep. Yeah, actually, that was a question that So, beginning of the year, you're going to get a assessment notice.
Right.
And it says this is not a big. On it, you're going to have some very important information. So the Beyonce song, to the left, over in the box to the left. In the box to the left on the assessment notice will be what the change is going to be in actual dollars. How much more you'll be paying on your taxes. Right? So whether it's $5 or $15 or $500. That's one of the important numbers to look at, because that's an actual dollar amount. It's going to share the tentative, they're all tentative numbers, tentative assessed value, tentative taxable value. Your taxable value can only increase by the rate of inflation no more than 5% each year. So I know some time ago, again, in the Finland and County community and some other areas, we actually came out and did some reassessments. And actually when I looked at it before I came out, and you guys are still seeing the benefit of those changes that we made actually goes before because your taxes are only increasing by the rate of inflation, no more than 5%. Although the person that may have bought the home within the past few years, those taxes would be higher because they would have uncapped the year following transfer of ownership. So that's why I always tell people to come in and go through the process so we can see where you are. We can look at it. If there's an opportunity to make adjustments, we have that ability. The assessment notice is, again, the beginning process before that tax bill comes out. It is one of the only opportunities regarding taxes, period, that a person has the ability to challenge the taxes before they're actually done.
Do you know what month the tax, I can know what month the yellow card come out, because my taxes due 1/15/2026. So you told me you need to pay appeal no matter what, even though I pay the tax of 1/15/2025.
So let's talk about process real quick. Taxes are levied every year on July 1 across the state of Michigan. That's the date they're levied. What happens before then? Before then, for 2 years prior, local assessors are doing the sales stuff so that January 1, they can send out that assessment notice for the upcoming year. So the city of Detroit, the local assessor, get a review of properties in 23 and 24 to determine the value of the sales stuff. And then all those calculations based on neighborhoods was placed on individual properties based on that system, and you received an assessment notice accordingly in January, February. So that information will be used tentatively to determine your tax bill for 2025. The same thing is happening for 2026. They're looking at sales from 24 and 25, and then they will use that information to determine the sales study for your assessment notice that you will receive in January, February of 2026. So there's a bit of an overlap. So understand that while you may have a bill that's due in January,
Yes.
it's for the prior year, not the current year.
Okay.
It's for the prior year.
Oh, all right.
So it's levied in July, so you receive a summer bill
Yes.
in July, that's due in August, and then you'll receive a winter bill
Right.
in December,
Yeah.
that's due in January.
Okay. Thank you.
So that's for the 2025 year, and that's the way it's tax bill.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, any other questions? Yes, sir.
Could you go over just a little bit of what we need to present for the appeals process? I know comps is part of it, but what does the appeals process actually look like?
Absolutely. So there are 3 standards in which the board of review can consider: income, cost, and sales approaches. So income, typically, you wouldn't have to deal with. And the reason why I say that is because the income approach is typically for commercial, rental property, industrial property, where there are rents involved. Okay, so that's what the income is. There's comparison of similarities, features, all that kind of stuff that deals with income approach, right? It's based on anticipation. Sales and cost are the 2 that you want to consider. The sales approach, what they use to actually for the sales study, is what did other properties like yours near you sell? Just that simple. If 5 properties that were near you sold for $500 a piece, then maybe your property should be assessed at $500. If they sold for $5,000, maybe they should be assessed at that amount, right? So 2 important things to understand. 1, the assessment is generally 50% of the market price. So again, so if the property sold for $5,000, the assessment should be $25. If the property sold for $5,000, the assessment should be $2,500. The taxable value was actually calculate your taxes. The taxable value is what's actually used to calculate your taxes. And that won't fluctuate with the market. It will fluctuate based upon how long you've been in the home. So let's say when the market had that downturn, right, and things values went down, right, the property value went down, it also forced your taxable value down. When the market started going up, your taxable value didn't jump up like the market, because of what's called a capping. So the taxable value could only increase by the rate of inflation no more than 5% each year. So you're protected in terms of those, so something jumping up or a increase, an unjust increase occurring because of what you voted on in 1994 to affect 1995 both ways. So the last approach is cost approach. It is replacement cost new, less depreciation. So what did it cost to actually build your property, and then over the course of time, what would it, based on the depreciation scale, what was the value of your property? The things that I want you to bring with you or talk about during your appeal, everything. What's wrong with your house? Don't exclude anything. Yes, there are some things that's expected because of maintenance. And you need to keep your house up, you should paint it. You should take care of your windows, you should take care of your roof, all that kind of stuff. But the reality of it is, I don't want you to assume what the board review or the assessor may consider that would affect your value. Because I think there will be something that's unfair, respectfully saying, for you as a novice to try to determine what they're going to do. So make a list. Hey, I got cracks in my walls, I got leaks in my basement, I got a crack in my basement wall. Well, they'll ask questions about a crack in the basement wall because it could be structural issue. And that does affect your property value. Because why would I want to buy a house, pay $5,000 for it, and then I have to pay to fix the crack in the basement wall? I'll give you $3,500. Right? So again, I don't want you to do anything other than make a list of everything wrong. So then you can say, hey, look, this is wrong, this is, and yes, they will say, okay, well, you know what? Yeah, you should paint your property. Yes, you should do this. Yes. But the reality of it is, I don't want you to miss anything important getting in front of the board. Yes.
All right, so I own a vacant lot and I pay the taxes, but I'm gonna make sure, first of all, I put something, I build something on it, that's gonna make my taxes go up on that vacant lot.
Yes.
So, okay, so yes, sir. Second, if I put a storage container, you know what I'm saying? Would that still make my taxes go up if I had a storage container on the vacant lot?
So here's the real question. Even though the storage container could be moved, is it sitting in a manner where it has weight?
Yes.
Because the questions that the assessor or any assessor would ask, how permanent is this improvement? Right? So, for example, a storage container and a semi-trailer, one are the same in 1% and totally different in another, right? Because a storage container, now we see so many of them being placed to use for sheds and storage and all kinds of other opportunities, right? So they would actually come out and take a look and see how the structure actually, I'm calling it the structure. Their intent is to come out and see what improvement is on the property and see if it's a structure.
Now, there's a third, and I appreciate it. There's somebody running for city council trying to change the law. Are we good on that, or that may be something that we can tackle with, where even the storage containers are, they want to raise the taxes.
So city council has very limited authority on what it can tell the assessor. All right, so, and I'm gonna give you a quick explanation on that, not spend a lot of time. My name is Willie Donwell, Director of the Property Assessment Board of Review. I'm a Michigan Advanced Assessing Officer. I'm a level 3 assessing officer. I also teach for the state tax commission. So I also teach others who want to be assessors how to be an assessor and help them get through the thank you. And help them get through the program. Pretty much 99% of what goes on with your property taxes is based on the General Property Tax Act. There are some things that can be addressed at the local level, but the assessor will determine what is and what isn't. It is up to you, if you believe what the assessor is doing is unfair, to challenge it. And that is why the appeal process even exists. City council can try to ask, they can try to imply. The reality of it is the assessor has exclusive administrative responsibility over the assessment role, and he's required to assess every parcel under the jurisdiction of that community. Right. Any more questions? Great. Thank you very much.
You guys can meet with him, because we're gonna keep it moving. He'll be here, and I don't know if you have anybody with you, but you guys can always go and take care of your business. Bring in real quick, Monica Cummings. I knew it was something, I was close to it. Here you go. Please introduce yourself.
Have her come up here.
Oh, okay.
This back is to the camera the whole meeting.
Oh, I got it now.
Hi, good evening, everybody. My name is Monica Cummings. I am the operations manager for Fresh by Gleaners, a new retail-inspired way for residents in the zip codes of 48234 and the Warren zip code 48091 to get food one of 3 ways. Our registration process is up and running right now. Myself and my partner AJ are going to be sitting up front for anybody who have questions. We are here till 7. But if you have questions, or we've got flyers with information about the registration process. For those who register as of today, you can start placing orders for Thursday. Actually, Thursday might be full right now. So tomorrow you could start placing orders for Friday. The 3 ways that we'll have for our guests to shop, if you will be curbside. So once you're registered, you can actually go online and order the food that you want. We will offer milk, eggs, and produce, fresh produce, and frozen fruits and vegetables. And so curbside is one way to get the food. A second way is in the back of our building, we have refrigerated lockers. So if you're not able to come pick up and order curbside during the hours that we are operating, which on Thursday and Friday will be from 2 to 6 p.m. and on Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. So if you're not able to come within those hours on Thursday and Friday, you can place an order to pick up from the refrigerated lockers in the back of the building. And then on Saturdays, we will offer curbside orders. So again, we're going to be out front until 7 o'clock. If there's anybody who wants flyers or have questions about the registration process. But real quick, before I turn it back over to Kim, Does anybody have any questions? Yeah. It is just for those two zip codes. Yes, ma'am.
Your location.
4401 East 8 Mile. So for anyone not in those two zip codes, we do have community mobile every other Monday. So the next one is going to be on the 15th from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. All that is required for that distribution is a link to Beat Card. So you can go to pantrynet.org if you don't already have a card. If you aren't able to go online, if you're on site between those hours, the team can get you registered and give you a card at that time. Yes. So the registration questions do include income, or if you're already participating in a food assistance program, or just in need of emergency food. The reason that the income is one of the questions is because some of the food we will have available is USDA, so it's required by law. So for the registration for Fresh, if you're in one of those two zip codes, it's freshbygleaners.org. freshbygleaners.org. If you're not in one of those two zip codes, you can go to pantrynet.org and put in your zip code, and you'll see different sites available. Okay, thank you so much for your time. Have a good rest of your meeting. Oh, I'm sorry. 48234, so the one we're in, and Warren 48091. Okay. Yep, it's freshbygleaners.org for the registration. Thank you.
Okay, so here's the deal. It's gonna be a very kind of chaotic. There are some people that, are gonna do presentations. I want them to still have their respect, and I don't want all that chipper-chapping and yip-yapping and all. Don't disturb anybody doing that. If you wanna grab something to eat, and I'll tell you when to eat. Anybody knows me, September's the month that I always bring cupcakes for you guys. So I brought you guys cupcakes because my birthday falls in this month. I'm not living like that. So I bought stuff for you guys to eat because we don't go to the zoo anymore. We used to go to the zoo, take you guys to the zoo, but we don't do that anymore. So I wanted to make sure we still had our little fun in September. Now, if you guys need to go out, that's fine. I want you to go out, get your registration done because like she said, she's only here until 7. I don't care how you guys move about. I need you to move about quiet. Because the moment you don't, y'all know where I'm going with this. We're going to shut it down. Okay? Seriously, I want everybody to have their respect that's here or making a presentation or they're out there. They need to focus on what's going on, okay? So I don't care that you're moving about, but there will be presenters. The captain has to do his report, so we still need people. We want that attention. So do what you do, but please do it respectfully. Okay? All right.
Thank you so much.
No, thank you. Commander, you can go ahead and take the round now. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. I talk pretty loud. I'll bring it down a little bit. First off, I just want to welcome everybody. I'm Commander Michael Chambers. I've been the commander here now since last September, so it's been a year. I'm thankful to be here. It's a great precinct, great community, great officers here. So I appreciate you all coming out this evening. I want to give a special thanks to all my Block 12 presidents for everything you do monthly and annually, and for coming presents. Mr. Aldridge, Mr. Alexander's here. I see Mr. Hardaway, Mr. and Mrs. Bosch, Ms. Beeman, Sanders, Wilson, so many. Everything you do in the community on a day-to-day basis is appreciated, so thank you. So just to kind of tell you, I want to talk a little bit about crime first and then talk about some of our community stuff. So we had the last week of June, really going into the end of August. Or end of July, I should say, we had a rough month for some shootings and some violent crime. As a result of that, we really ramped up our activity here at the precinct. And we have also had some of our neighboring precincts come in, as well as some of our traffic enforcement, our gang intel and narcotics. So as a result of that, really over the last 28 days, we've seen significant reductions. We went down over the last 28 days, 45% in our, let's see here, in our violent crime. So we had, in the previous 28 days, we had 109 violent crimes, and we went down to 61. For our Part 1 crimes, we went down over the last 28 days compared to the previous 28 days, 26%. So we're continuing to push those numbers down. We measured 9 different crime categories year to year, that being homicide, sexual assaults, or aggravated assaults, robberies, burglaries, larcenies, motor vehicle thefts, our non-fatal shooting and carjacking. So in those 9 categories that we look at and always compare, we're down in 8 of those different 9 categories, and some of them we're leading the city with our reductions. The only one that we're even with this carjacking, we're sitting at 3 for the year compared to 3 last year. So we're pleased with our numbers, but 1 crime is 1 too many. So that's why we're just pushing our officers, making sure that we're going to those hotspot areas and making sure we're working with community members and our block club leaders and others to try and continue to drive those numbers down. So thank you again for all you do. Just some of the things that we've been doing. We're continuing to push the curfew. So if you see juveniles out in the community in the late evening hours, make sure you call 911. Those 15 and under can't be out past 10 o'clock. 16 and 17-year-olds can't be out past 11 o'clock. So if you see them, call 911. We'll get the officers out there. We bring them down here to the precinct. We call their parents, and those in the youth get ticketed for curfew, and the parents get ticketed for parental responsibility. We see far too many juveniles, either victims or offenders in some of these recent crimes. So we're trying to wrap our arms around that and get it under control. We're continuing to do our block party enforcement on the weekends for any illegal block parties that are popping up. Our drag racing detail. If we learn, we're following social media and we're tracking these groups that are coming out and drag racing and doing the drifting and things like that every single weekend. So that's something we've been doing all summer, and we'll be continuing that probably going into October, the colder months. Our MPOs, we have 6 neighborhood police officers here assigned to the precinct, so they do an outstanding job, not only going to the events, going to the block club meetings and things like that, but they're also actively going on Improve Detroit, our C-Click Fix. So when you utilize that app, or you call down here and talk about blighted property, or talk about abandoned cars, or known narcotic locations, whatever it be, they're looking at those complaints that's reported or calls that are coming in here to the precinct, and they're going out and they're responding to those complaints. So that's something that they're tasked with on a daily basis to handle. And we also work with other city departments on what we call our properties of interest. So if we learn that there's a problematic spot on the block, we work with other agencies within the department or within the city to combat that and try and get that location under control. So that's something we're doing. On the community aspect, so last month, many of you attended it, but we had a prayer for peace and prayer for law enforcement. We had our great chaplain service. We have one of the biggest chaplain service really in the United States, close to 100 chaplains that work at each and every precinct in the city. So they came on I think it was August 22nd last month, and they came and they prayed with us, and they supported us as many of you, all of you do. So I thank you all for coming out to that. That was on August. And also we have some community groups working on a walk for peace, and they're looking at the first weekend in October. What they're going to be doing is walking eastbound and westbound on Outer Drive towards the Farwell Rec Center, and then they're going to come together and have an event there at the Rec Center. So as it gets closer and more things are finalized, we'll go ahead and put that out to all the groups. So if some of you can come out to that walk and support it, or interact with law enforcement and the community groups at Farwell on that date, it would be appreciated. Lastly, we're going to be having it's already a Halloween time coming up pretty soon here next month. So we always have our trunk or treat in the garage here on Halloween. But I'm told by MPO Robinson, we're also going to be doing a haunted garage and haunted hill for like 4 days leading into Halloween. So that's gonna be, we have a big hill to the back of the property and also in our garage. So we're gonna be setting different things up here. So you can come through and support that and also engage with the officers. And I think it'll be a fun time for all. So that's kind of what we have going with crime in our community. So once again, just thank you all for what you do each and every day. It's greatly appreciated. Okay. Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
So y'all do it trunk or treat, right? You're gonna have the people come out, you know, the people gonna participate for that?
You mean volunteer and help with the event? I'm sure there'll be opportunity for that. Yeah, get with one of the neighborhood police officers. I see him shaking his head over there.
So what we're gonna do, we're gonna give you guys the opportunity to help us remind everybody who got the best community. So you guys coming out like you guys always do, decorating your vehicles and all that stuff. As we do what we do with our partnerships that we got I know, so raise your hand if you guys remember the haunted house we used to have every year for the last, say, a couple decades, forever. So we're gonna take that same concept as far as how busy we were and how much fun it was, and we're gonna incorporate it into the property here, because we couldn't get the haunted house back going. So we're gonna do this new alternative that's gonna be just as fun. So we'll have some other things out there we're trying to plan. We'll be having a planning meeting with some of our partners, and we're gonna invest a lot of time, energy, and our thoughts and ideas to make sure that it's amazing for you all. And we do want for you guys to come volunteer like you guys always do. And we will have that spooktacular award again, so whoever has the spookiest trunk or the best, the best hookup, they'll actually win that. So we look forward to seeing who wins.
Yes, sir.
What's the day of the walk piece?
It's going to be either the 3rd or the 4th. It hasn't been finalized. It's either that Friday or that Saturday. Of October. The first weekend in October is what it's being looked at. And like I said, it's going to start either on the Quinder or Ryan coming towards Farwell or Mound, and then coming towards Farwell. It's going to come approach it from 2 different angles right to Farwell. And that's where we're going to have some event there.
How will we get more information?
We'll share it and with
Make sure I have your email address, because I'll make sure I send out an email.
yeah, we'll put out a flyer, and I'll be going to different block club meetings and passing the information out so they can share it as well. And I recommend, for those.
On social media.
Yeah, I really want even our block club presidents that have an opportunity at another meeting, maybe just to stand up, introduce themselves, say what streets that they represent, and then that'll allow a lot of you that, we appreciate you coming to this one, but you can also attend the block club meetings that they hold in the community as well for your individual blocks and stuff. I think it's a good opportunity for them to grow and just share information as well. So, but maybe they could post at a later time their names up there, their block clubs, where they meet, what day of the week and all that. And then those of you interested to see and join can go over there and do that as well. So, all right. Yes, ma'am.
October the 4th from 12 to 3. One is going to go out of drive and Quinder. The other team is going to be out of drive and back. And both teams are going to march to Fargo.
Did everyone get that? Okay. So
Then you repeat it, please, for online.
I'm gonna have speakers come out and speak.
yeah, she said that's going to be October 4th from 12 to 3. And then there'll be more information to come as far as flyers, and we'll be passing that out to everyone. All right. Yeah, do we have all the information on that?
They're working on it.
Okay, so we'll also be putting that as well. But each year we have an annual Faith in Blue events. It's either walks or events here at the precinct. But what that is just law enforcement working with our local churches and faith-based organizations, and we come together, and it's kind of an opportunity for the community, faith-based organization, law enforcement, all to come together, support each other, and just engage with one another. So we'll be holding that information, we're holding an event and maybe multiple events, we'll put that out as well, okay? All right, thank you all.
Thank you. All right, thank you. So our next event we're gonna have, it's called Walk a Mile with the Chief. Now they know I'm ready to go with this because I'm competitive. Well, the last one was at number 5, and they laid it out. You're not getting ready to outdo it. I was there. So I'm trying to think of everything like 6 steps above. So here's what's gonna happen. We are gonna do, and I wanna say that's gonna be October the 8th, because whatever day it's on a Wednesday, and I wanna say that's gonna be October the 8th. It's called Walk a Mile with the Chief. You don't have to walk a mile, but I want you to show up. If you don't wanna walk, it's okay, but I need all to show up. Tell your block club, mama wanna get out of the house, sister, auntie, cousin, I don't care. I want everybody out. We want to make it really, really nice, and we want to do it for the community. So when we come out to do our walk, then we're going to end back where we started from, but we want to make sure that some of the communities get involved in the area where they think, you know, people don't care. It's the point, we do care. You may not always see us, but we do care. So we're going to be staged in an area where we want people to know we care. But my spiel is we need to come out. I want more people than number 5. That is my pitch. I'm going to stick to it. I want y'all to come out, and I'm not changing my mind. You all going to get so sick of me by the time October the 8th get here. You're going to say, just show up so she will shut up. Okay, that is my plan.
Do you want to share what number 5 people said about?
Yeah.
So what they said to us is they said you guys have never, like, no other precinct could ever do what this we do.
No,
Right. And we normally don't pay attention to that kind of stuff. We just do what we do, mind our business.
So they think they're all that in the bag of chips because they had it at a beautiful facility. I'm not gonna lie, good friend, beautiful facility. That's all fine and dandy, but don't tell me what number 11 is not gonna do.
And some people from number 5 will be there. Some of the staff, other officers. You want to just like rub it in their face.
Yes. So mark your calendar, pass it around, tell the block club, get the kid. I don't care. I want everybody and their mama to come out. But most of all, I want us to enjoy and have fun. The chief will be there, his staff is going to be there. Of course, our MPOs are going to be there, the captain and commander. Everybody will be there, and this is a time for unity. And this is where the people who think we don't think about them, they're like, hey, look at all these people. They're with the officers. They're, you know, that might open up a door for people to kind of settle down a little bit. So I want this to be, and I'm telling y'all might as well get ready because I'm gonna be flying out some emails, some reminders, 40 going north, because I'm not gonna let it rest because I know they're gonna be here. And we're gonna stage at 5:30. That is gonna be October the 8th. If anything changes, I will let you guys know because we were actually supposed to do it tomorrow. And I was mad because I couldn't get it together fast enough, so now I got time. They're giving me room now. So, well, here's the thing. We have a location. Can I tell the location or not yet? Okay, so the location is gonna be right here on Nevada. And it's gonna be, I don't know if you guys know, there's a party store right there, and then there's that big empty lot. And it's Goddard, Nevada, Fleming, it's in that area right there. We're gonna stage in that lot. That's the city lot, and that is where we're going to start at 5:30. Now we're gonna gather at 5:30. We may not actually start the walk until 6 o'clock, but we wanna give people time to get there because I know people are gonna come from work. So I'm gonna make sure that we give y'all ample time to get there. Okay? Yes, ma'am. That's not until November.
Oh.
November, I think it's November 2nd. I believe it's the first Sunday. Yeah, you better wear that because we're in October now, so it's gonna get a little brisk. It might be a little brisk. Yes, ma'am. We are all gonna be together. We are gonna be together. And if you want to escort, I'll escort you home. I want everybody out. By hook or by crook, we're gonna get out. And if we have to have escorts home, we're gonna do what's necessary. Yes, ma'am. Yes, and that empty lot. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, and that's a huge, and that is a city lot. So it's a big empty lot, and that is where we're gonna stay. My idea, because again, I want to do one step up. I want to have a DJ. We want to try to have a band. We want to try to have the people. That is what I want the most, is the people. I want the people in the community to see that we engage with our officers. That is my actual focal point. However, that competition's still coming out, and I want to do a little bit better. Okay, so the date right now is going to be October the 8th, and we're going to start at 5:30. Now, see, they hardly, okay, let me tell you. They had about, I'm going to say maybe 30, 35. That's all. But let me tell you, but wait, now, hold on. Because we did ours a couple of years ago, we didn't have nobody. So let me start there. So at least they did have 30, 35. We had a goosey. Okay? I don't want that this time. I want us, I don't care if you don't want, I want you to show up. If nothing else, just show support. Okay? Because I ain't letting the rest. I'm letting y'all know right now. Until October the 8th, y'all got dog and issue. No, it's the party that's right there. It's on Nevada, but it's across. It's like the lot is like Goddard and Fleming. So if you go across, you see that big empty lot. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, we'll make sure. No, we're gonna make sure you guys have places to park. Even if you have to park like on Goddard, which is right across Nevada, we're gonna make sure that you guys have safe places to park. So that's the least of your worries is parking. Okay? We're gonna make sure you guys are good. You keep giving me that little eye, that side eye over there. We're gonna make sure that everybody is safe. Everybody, there's a good parking space. We're gonna make sure everything, you guys are gonna be fine. Trust and believe me, because I ramp to them. They're like, oh my God, here we go again. So I want everything to, basically, I want it perfect. Okay, I know that's like a real far-fetched, but I want it almost perfect. Okay, and they're willing to work with me. They are working with me to try to make that happen, and we're gonna make it happen, and we're gonna have a good day. Is there a rain date? I have no clue. I'll let you guys know as I find out information. Okay? All right. Now, before I introduce our next guest, you guys feel free to get something to eat. But hear me out. The moment it gets a bunch of kerfuffle back there, Judge Judy and her kerfuffle, if it becomes a kerfuffle back there, we're going to shut it down. Okay? Because remember, we still got people up here speaking, and I want everybody to be mindful and respectful of everybody that comes up here. Okay? Because you can hear from the back. So I want everybody to please be mindful and kind of pay attention to what's going on, okay? So we have another young lady, and I'm gonna let you introduce yourself, because I understand you have a food pantry as well. So we're gonna let her introduce herself. And you guys are more than welcome to get something to eat, and the food has been blessed from Chaplain Akins already. Hello, everyone. My name is Angela Nee, and I'm here representing Exodus Food Pantry. We are a food pantry connected with Exodus Missionary Baptist Church, which is on Kenny. It's 8173 Kenny. We pass out food every first Saturday from 9 to 11. So it's free. You have to be in your car. And we'll just come through the line and we'll pass out food. So if anyone you know that needs some food, or any one of you would like to come by, it is every first Saturday from 9 to 11 at Exodus Missionary Baptist Church. It's on Kenny, 8173 Kenny. It's off of Van Dyke. Yes, between 7 and 6 miles, between 7 and 6 miles. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. It is a registration process, and if you have your Gleaner's card or your Link to Feed card, all you have to do is show that. If you don't, you just a quick registration form to fill out, and it's basically bring your ID. All we need is your Michigan ID, a driver's license or Michigan ID. Yes. Exodus Missionary Baptist Church. It's right on the corner. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, next we have another gentleman. Are you ready for your okay, you talked to D-Rob already? Okay. Okay, we'll have you come up and we'll have you introduce yourself.
Hello, hello. Hello, can you guys hear me? Okay, okay,
Can we have everyone's attention, please?
so I'm gonna have a brief presentation about a topic called loss. So the topic for this presentation today is "It's time for Detroit to get lost," and LAW stands for Local Option Sales Taxes. So I know that at 7 o'clock on Tuesday evening, everybody's favorite topic has to be taxes, right? So, but I promise if you give me a little bit of time, I'm gonna make everybody focus on taxes today, okay? Before I get started, my name is Toy New Reeves. It's pronounced like New Toy backwards, Toy New. I'm a lifelong Eastsider. I grew up on Mackin Chrysler. My family moved up from Mississippi to Jefferson Chalmers area. We've been there for the past 60, 70 years now. And yes, Jefferson Chalmers is in the 5th Precinct. So we did have a very, very good turnout. We're inviting all of you guys to October 8th, if it's too cold outside, please stay home. Don't worry about it, But anyways, I'm also a PhD candidate in economics at the University of Michigan. I serve on the Equitable Development Task Force with the City Council. It's chaired by Councilmember Santiago Romero and Councilmember Johnson. And I serve on the Tax Policy Subcommittee. So that task force, the purpose of that task force is to find more equitable development across the city of Detroit. So Right now, we see a lot of development happening downtown, midtown, and predominantly on the west side. We don't see so much happening on the east side, so that's what our task force is geared with. And particularly the tax policy subcommittee is looking at creating a tax policy that's going to be more equitable as well, so it's not going to be overburdening low-income households. I also serve on the D4 CAC Economic Development Work Group as the chair. And so, I'm sorry. So I'd like to take this time before I go into the presentation to invite everyone to the East Side Summit. And so what the East Side Summit is, it's an opportunity again for us to look at, as East Siders, some of the problems that we're facing, systemic problems that have been going on for decades that haven't been addressed. So one of the, I'm sorry. Okay, so one of the issues that we found is that when we're dealing with local elected officials, we'll be meeting with city council members, and then they say, "Oh, this is a state issue." We'll meet with the state officials. They'll say, "No, this is the federal issue." And so we thought, at some point, we need to get everybody together in the same room. So on October 4th, it's going to be at Sacred Heart. I have some flyers I'll pass out after this, but at Sacred Heart, from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m., we're bringing together the our U.S. representative, Shrita Lindar, along with both mayoral candidates. So the next mayor is going to be there. 1/3 of the city council is going to be the two D5 candidates, plus Councilmember Waters, Councilmember Johnson, Senator Chang, Councilmember McKinney's going to State Rep McKinney's going to be there, State Rep Paez. So we're looking at having everyone sitting down together, all levels of government, to come up with policies that we can take forward across the city, across the east side, that's going to help us to rebuild the east side. So one of the biggest topics we're going to be facing is economic development on the east side of Detroit. So how do we jumpstart the east side economy, our neighborhood economies, our neighborhood stores and businesses? Local solutions to our federal tax cuts that are going to be coming up. And finally, education as a solution for youth crime and youth violence. So again, I think that just earlier there was an announcement that there's going to be a march here over on Farwell, ending at 3 p.m. So you guys, after the march at Farwell, you march down to Sacred Heart, and we'll all see you there. Thank you so much. So to kind of get started in terms of motivating this topic, I'll ask everyone a few questions. You guys can just shout out however you feel about it, okay? So first question is, how many people in here want to lower their property taxes? Okay. How many people want to lower their income taxes? City income taxes. What about eliminate the water drain tax?
Yes.
We will always want to raise our water rates when they want to take care of build infrastructure for the suburbs. What about energy from DTE? So another question you're going to ask me is, well, how do we do this? So the way we do this is what I'm calling it the local option sales tax. And how does the local option sales tax work? Well, we all know they say that Michigan has a statewide sales tax of 6%. What a local option sales tax does, it allows the city of Detroit, or Wayne County for that matter, to levy a separate sales tax above the 6% sales tax. And we can use that sales tax to, number one, lower our property and income taxes. We can use the revenue to fund our police and municipal workers, for our schools, education, public transportation, water and energy infrastructure, and anything else that any other needs that we may feel that are necessary. So you might say, Toyin, well, what's the purpose of trading one tax for another tax? 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other. Well, ask a simple question. Who pays income taxes? Residents. Who pays property taxes? Residents. Who pays the drainage fees? Residents. Now, who pays sales taxes? Everybody who comes to the city of Detroit pays sales taxes when they purchase something. So, as we've been saying, we're looking at a more equitable tax system. A sales tax is a much more equitable way to spread the cost of our city across all those who use our municipal services, not just being borne by residents. Now, it's unfortunate that we have all 4 sports teams downtown. It's unfortunate that we have the International Auto Show downtown, the Grand Prix. We had the NFL draft. We're supposed to be having the NCAA tournament coming up. I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead. But these events come at a cost. It costs to have infrastructure and maintenance. It costs for utilities. And we all know when there's major events downtown, all of our neighborhood police officers are taken from our precinct and they're shifted downtown to protect people who are downtown. We're not saying that they don't need it, but we are saying that they should also bear in the cost of providing that. This cost shouldn't be borne entirely by Detroit residents, what we're saying. And so the sales tax, as we see it, is a way to make sure that everyone's paying his or her fair share. So if any of you guys have family members in Florida or Washington State, you may know that they don't have any income taxes there. They use their local option sales taxes to completely eliminate their income taxes. The state of Georgia has used its local option sales taxes to reduce its property taxes. And as an example, if any of you been to Savannah, Chatham County, Georgia raised $1.5 billion with a B, $1.5 billion in tax revenue over 20 years. If they wanted to do the same thing with property taxes, they would have had to raise their property taxes by 12% for 20 years. And more importantly, as I've been saying all along, they raised that $1.5 billion, 40% of it came from non-residents, 40%. So you can see that this is perhaps one of the few taxes that residents find very popular. 80% of those residents in Georgia have voted to keep their laws in place for the past 20 years. Looking at the NFL draft. So in Kansas City, 2023, Kansas City had the NFL draft. They generated somewhere around $165 million in economic activity. They have a local option sales tax, and that local option sales tax would have translated to somewhere around $5 million for just 3 days, okay? Just by passing an ordinance. The next year, City of Detroit had the NFL draft. We generated almost 30% more economic activity, $213 million. Can anyone guess how much sales tax revenue we collected? If you answered 0, you were correct. So simply because we didn't have a local option sales tax in place, we weren't able to collect any of that tax revenue, and that's never going to happen again. That's not coming back. We're saying is why it's so much, and so why it's so important for residents to be aware, so we can start advocating for ourselves. Essentially, what happened with the NFL draft when it came to Detroit is all the residents of Detroit and the state of Michigan, for that matter, had to pony up for our income and property taxes to cover the NFL draft costs. As we know, federal cuts are looming right now. They're coming our way, and it's very important for us to become more resilient. We also know that because of the unfair funding practices for schools are funded through property taxes. Because we have lower property taxes, lower property values in Detroit, that means we have less money for our students. Less education means what? Fewer opportunity, increased crime, increased youth violence. So this local option sales tax is what we're seeing as an opportunity for us to become more financially independent, that we can be more self-reliant, not have to worry about others. This is very important because in 2008, the state of Michigan stepped in and said that we don't have enough money. One thing that they may not tell you is, in that same year, the state of Michigan withheld sales taxes that came from the city of Detroit. They said, okay, this is how much money that you guys should have, and now you guys don't have enough. So, also what you saw in that same year is that property values fell, so property revenue fell for the city of Detroit, and that also pushed us into bankruptcy. Other cities across the country had the same problem, but almost 1/3 of the counties in the United States of America had sales taxes to fall back on. So when their property taxes fell, they raised their sales taxes and they stayed solvent. If we had that same opportunity, we could have avoided bankruptcy. So the reason that we're going around making this presentation is because it's important for residents to be aware. It's important for residents to start advocating, and it's important for us to start reaching out to our elected officials and telling them this is what we want. We want to make sure that this is a tax downtown, not a tax on our neighborhood. So one of the most important things is we can have a local option sales tax. It's going to happen in the viable areas downtown and midtown. And in our neighborhoods, we can have a lower sales tax. Why do we want that? Because when there's a lower sales tax in our neighborhoods, that's going to attract more economic activity. As we said, we're trying to create ways that we're going to have more equitable development across the city. So by having a lower sales tax in our neighborhood, that's going to draw people to come to our businesses in our neighborhood, to build up our local neighborhood economy. Also, we want to be able to exempt working families, working households. This shouldn't be a tax that's going to overburden individuals in lower income brackets, and that's something that we have to be able to control. So again, this is something that's going to end up going to Lansing. But again, we need to make sure that our elected officials are arguing and fighting for us and advocating for us, that we want to make sure that when we design our sales tax, it's going to be a sales tax that's going to work for Detroit residents. So yeah, I think that's all I have for today. If anyone has any questions, I can answer a few questions. Yes, sir.
You mentioned the NFL draft, and we didn't get any revenue from them. What about the Grand Prix?
Yeah, so for those who are online, the question was, I mentioned that we didn't generate any sales tax revenue during the NFL draft, and we asked what about the Grand Prix. So none of the events that we have right now coming downtown is collecting any sales tax revenue. And so if we are able to implement a local option sales tax, when there's the Grand Prix, when the International Auto Show comes down, when any event happens downtown, we'll be able to collect that sales tax revenue, and we'll be able to keep it for ourselves. Yes.
Can you just kind of briefly describe how that local sales tax is implemented? Like, how is that generated?
So the same way that when you go buy something, you pay a sales tax on cooked food. Suppose you go to Coney Island on Lafayette, you will pay a sales tax for whatever you buy there. So right now the sales tax is going to be 6%. If you suppose we have local option sales tax in place for another 0.5%, then you will pay 6.5%. 6% would go to state of Michigan. Another 0.5% would go to the city of Detroit. And we're talking about implementing it. We're looking at implementing it at the ballot. So the same way that suppose you want to say that the DPSCD says we need another $10 million for infrastructure costs, whatever. Right now, the only way that they can increase that revenue is by increasing the millage rate. And so you'll go to the ballot and you'll vote either yes or no to give the DPSCD an increased millage. What we're saying is you should have a choice. Rather than saying increasing the millage, we can increase the sales tax downtown to pay for the schools, rather than having it pay for our property taxes. So we want to have that option also in the ballot. Whenever we want to raise taxes, whether it's for DTE or whether it's for our schools, whatever it may be for, that we can put it on the ballot and say, okay, let's raise the sales tax downtown, and rather than raising our property taxes. Did that answer your question? Yeah. Okay. Ma'am, you have a question?
No, you answered. Thank you.
Okay.
One more.
Yes, sir.
Isn't there some kind of tax mechanism attached to the professional sports teams, the Pistons, Red Wings, Lions, and Tigers? They have to pay. I know.
Yeah. So do you want to answer that?
So it's a non-resident tax on the plate.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, got it. So like anyone in the city of Detroit who works in the city of Detroit, they pay an income tax. They pay 50% of what we pay in income taxes. So even players, they would qualify for that as well, apparently. Yes.
When you said the 263 million when we did the draft, it came out for the Lions. Where did that money go? Where did it get allocated? Where did it go?
So as far as the tax revenue is concerned, none of the tax, we didn't have a local option sales tax to capture any tax revenue. That's just talking about how much economic activity was generated. So, for example, that might have come from hotels, they might have come from rental cars. But the point is that if we had a tax in place, anytime someone gets a hotel room, they got to pay a tax to us. Anytime they rent a car, they got to pay a tax to us. Right now, we're not capturing that tax revenue. So we're trying to close that gap right now.
I'm gonna get you political, but just like a bitch about the Grand Prix. The Grand Prix been around for over 20 years. So the people that oversee the Grand Prix, they're political officials, right? You think they have some type of intelligence, right? So you're here saying, well, you should go, why they don't already know that?
Yeah, so I mean, no, so yeah, so you're preaching to the choir, right? So I've been pushing for this for the past 2 years, okay? And we've gotten this far to the point where city council members are actually putting together the task force, to start making it happen.
No, I'm not saying it.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, I'm just looking around the room.
You're good, yeah.
We're going to the vote.
Yeah.
But we're not in the meetings.
Yeah.
We're not behind the scenes seeing what hands are being shaken, what's being increased.
Right.
Where the money is going.
Yeah.
So for you to stand here and say, well, we can get sales tax. The people that we have overseeing, they know that. So what is it in for them that we're not collecting that already?
Yeah, so again, this is not me trying to be flip about the whole thing, but the point is that if you're asking me, and if I'm an elected official, I'm pushing for this 100%. Okay, I'm not an elected official, right? But all I can do is, as a responsible citizen and as a member of the task force, all I can do is come to you and tell you this is an option. So please start making phone calls. Senator Chang is there. Councilmember Scott Benson is there. I think his liaison is here. You can have those conversations right now. So I can only do so much. And right now I'm going around to every single precinct, and even when I'm going to listen, I'm having that conversation. So I would appreciate it. You can give me a phone call. I need your help. Okay?
You're right where I'm at, but what I'm saying is really start hearing about these types of conversations when it's time to vote. And so now it's time to vote.
Yeah, so
I'm sure Sheffield and whatever, I'm willing to bet that they're gonna be at all these churches and meetings now, promising stuff. Then they get in the office.
we gotta hold their foot to the fire. So this is not right now. We're ahead of the curve because this has to go to Lansing first, and then it has to come to the city of Detroit. So I'm telling you right now, I'm having this conversation with you right now to tell you before it even goes to Lansing, because I know when they go to Lansing, they're gonna start making deals with the Republicans and saying, "Oh, we can't do this, we can't do that. Detroit this and Detroit that." We need to make sure that they're gonna advocate for us. This is what I'm here right now telling y'all. This is coming up. I'm telling you, as sure as Mac hits I-75, this is going to be coming up pretty soon. I've been in conversation with the state treasury. I've been on those calls right now with the state treasury, and they're already having those conversations. Okay, so I'm telling you right now, this is the time for us to start making those phone calls. Any other questions? I'll say it back if anyone has any other questions. Thank you all for your time.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll leave my contact information up on the board here. Is my email and my phone number. I have a few business cards so I can pass out if anyone wants them.
Okay, there's a couple of. Oh, yeah, they want to meet your business card there in the back, two ladies. Okay, so y'all know I talk a lot. So I happen to be out in the hallway, doing some my business doing. I ran into this gentleman. And this gentleman that I just ran into, he don't know. He don't have a clue. So I'm gonna let him introduce himself and exactly what he does. And I want to see a show of hands when he says what he does. Who has that problem? Come on up. Come on. Yeah, come on. See, I'm doing something I had no business doing. Right here.
How's everybody doing?
Good.
How many people in the neighborhood have groundhog problem?
So, here's the deal. Hold on. Time out. Hold on. He thought it was just his problem. So when he told me what he does, I said, we need to get his information. So y'all be quiet and listen to him. Listen to him real good.
Well, I have a way of getting rid of them permanently.
Hey, hold on. You are online, you're on YouTube. Everybody else will watch.
So they watch,
They watch it. They watch it.
well, I can get rid of them for you. I can promise you that. You know, and I can get rid of, I just took care of about, I can get rid of them for you. And I caught like 20 of them in one day. That's how quick I can get rid of them. Long as I can have access to your yard, you know, and I'll take them out of your yard, but I'm gonna put them in your can. I can't, right.
Turn it into animal consumption. Turn it into animal.
No, I'm gonna turn them in. Yeah. I'll take care of it for you. They'll go to the animal.
I'm sorry, brother, I missed what you were talking about.
Groundhogs.
Groundhog.
Groundhogs and possums and everything. And you have to keep your animals, like your dogs and stuff, away from them, because they go in the trap, they gone too, if they little. You know what I mean? And cats and all that, you have to keep them away by stuff if they travel in the same way your animals travel.
All right, thank you. We appreciate it. We'll talk to you after. Yeah, let them talk after. They can talk to them after the meeting.
I'm just trying to get clarity. Are you offering services or are you telling us what to do?
Either way, you can do it yourself, or I come do it. Now, if you get to touch them, then don't, I pick them up. So, go ahead now.
Please don't email.
Robert, how should I answer that?
So you should go talk after it's passed the mic back.
Yeah, those that are interested, let's talk.
Okay, because I'm gonna be very short. That's it, very short. Put my phone number out there. They can call me. They can call me.
Make sure I have it. And then okay, so I just wanted, yes, Dr. Moore. Yes, you can come up there and meet him up right here at the table. He said he'll be here for a little bit. So if you guys need the information, you can reach out to him. I see my favorite person in the whole wide world, Miss Beverly. How are you, Miss Hilton? Any information this evening, my dear? All right, now, new
Hello, everybody. Wasn't that a great meal you had? All right. So my name is Beverly Hilton. I'm with the Wayne County Treasurer's Office, as most of you all know. But what I wanted to share with you, many of your organizations have events every spring, summer, whatever your annual events. So we have a mobile office. We know all the construction is downtown, the parking is high. So the Treasurer's vision has been for the last 78 years is to get a mobile office. So when you have your community events, we can bring the mobile office to you. We're bringing the Wayne County Treasurer's Office to you. And so we're having our grand opening, if you'd like to take a sneak peek, and that's going to be on Wednesday, the 17th, next week at Warren Plaza. And that's at Warren off of 75, where Plymouth and Congregational Church in Bethel AME is. So you're welcome to come by there. Please, if you're having something, let us know so we can bring the mobile office. We will have representatives on the mobile unit to take payment arrangements. You'll be able to conduct business just as you would if you were in the office, except for paying cash. No cash on the mobile office. But we should have, just like you do on your phone and paying with a credit card. And the next is we're having an expungement fair. So if you have anyone, nieces, nephews, cousins, uncles, whoever it might be, that have a record and they're trying to get rid of it, expunge their record, might happen when they were a teenager, we are having one as well. So I have the flyer here. Please stop by the table near Mr. Dunwell and I'll make sure that you get it. It's September 27th, noon to 4 p.m. at 7616 Nevada. And so I'm going to give all of these flyers to Kim. I'm going to email them to her or a corresponding secretary so that she can mail them out. But thank you all. Thank you for all you do, because we can't make it without our neighborhoods, our block clubs, our association. It's not going to happen. And we can't make it without who? Mr. Dunwell. Thank you, Mr. Dunwell, for the whole program. All right. Thank you all very much, Madam President. Any questions? Did anyone have any questions regarding their taxes or payment plans, any of that? Yes, ma'am. Oh, yes, let me bring you a flyer.
Thank you. Yep, thank you. Thought there was something else going on here. Am I missing anything, D? We got everything? Good. Yeah, I think everything pretty much covered. And as we get the information, guys, I'll make sure we get flyers, that you guys get flyers. I'll do an email like I usually do and put all the attachments there so you guys will have them. Please share them with your neighbors or anybody you know, share that information so that they'll know as well. I guess we could. What's 7:32? That's a beautiful thing. So here's what we're gonna do, because I know people have questions, and we have a lot of people that's still here. We're gonna go ahead and do the raffle early. Okay.
Introduce who they are.
Okay.
And also the block club, and then after the meeting.
Okay, you guys hear, Captain, Commander Chambers. He's saying if there's anybody that belongs to a block club, if you could stand up, tell us your block club, you know, what areas you cover in your block club. We would like to know that so people can, you know, reach out or attend your block club meetings, okay? So we're gonna pass the mic around. So Pastor, our president, I'm the vice president of the Cary Hilldale Packer. I'm missing out one.
You are.
Okay, but I'm the vice president over there. We more than welcome people over in that community. I'm my vice president over there.
Now, what day you meet and where you?
Thank you, I appreciate that. We meet every first Wednesday at Wilder Library at 5 p.m. Oh, 6 p.m. I mess up every time I send out the messages. Thank you, President.
My name is Frank Aldridge, and I am the president of the East South Drive Block Club Association. Our boundaries are between Van Dyke and Sherwood, but we also have a number of members who are in the Arc streets that participate in our block club. And we meet every third Wednesday at the Firewheel Recreation Center from 5 to 6:30.
Yeah, talk to the mic. Thank you.
President of the Five Hills Block Club. We meet every first Monday of the month at the Holy Gold Baptist Church at Nevada and Mineville. We have 6 p.m. 6 o'clock p.m.
Good evening, everybody. My name is DeAndre Glover. I am a part of the Spencer Street Black Club. We are just starting, this is our third year in existence, and we meet every fourth Saturday at, used to be called Livgate. It's the Say Center now, Van Dyke, every fourth Saturday at 11:30.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Eric Lane. I represent the Revere Street Block Club between 7 Mile and Emory. And we're just getting started. We're 3 weeks in. That's why I'm here right now, getting started. We don't have a set meeting yet every month, but we're just getting started. So next month, I'll let y'all know exactly what date everything is going to be going on. And thank y'all.
Thank you.
My name is Dan Hardaway, and I'm the president of the Cary Hilldale Block Club. Our area is the southeast quadrant of 7 Mile and Van Dyke. And we have our meeting the first Wednesday of every month, 6 p.m. at the Wilder Library at corner of Road Heath and 7 Mile.
Hi, my name is Reverend May Williamson, and I am the vice president, and Ms. Claudette Prince is the president of the England Street Angels. And we're there off 7 Mile, Goddard, Fleming, That's our area. And we had stopped, but we're starting back next month. So when we come back next month, we will tell you when we will start back, when we're starting back. Thank you.
You guys meet here at the precinct.
Yes.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. I am Karen Hunter. I'm the Vice President of Packard Proud Block Club. The president is Mrs. Brown, Regina Brown. And we meet every second Friday of every month. Right now, we have been meeting at her house. We're in between, our block club is between Savage and Millbank. And we're been together for over a year. So we're looking for a place to hold our meeting. So we're gonna, if we can get some good advice where we can meet as a black club. You can meet, okay. Okay, thank you. Okay.
Hi, my name is Manisha Hurt, and I'm the president of Shield Street Block Club. Our boundaries are between Nevada and 7 Mile. We've been going for a couple of years trying to, our meetings are every third Saturday at 1 o'clock. So we have a meeting September the 20th. The summer months, we tend to meet outside in the field on Shield Street between Stockton and Hilldale. Well, now November, we are gonna start meeting here. So we just got on schedule to start meeting here. So every third Saturday at 1 o'clock.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Dr. Cheryl Moore. I'm the founding president of the North Central Block Club Association. And our boundaries is East 7 Mile to Orleans, Orleans to Minnesota, and Minnesota to Coney. We've been in existence since 2011. We are a 501c3 nonprofit organization. And we meet every third Tuesday. Right now we're meeting on Zoom. And we're gonna be sponsoring this walk. And we'd like for everyone to come out and participate in that, you know, because the gun violence must stop. So we need to come together in unity and let people we know that we're not gonna stand for this foolishness, and our mindset must change, and we must come together in unity and not division.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Lisa. I know most of you guys in the room. I am your community liaison for Compass Strategies. We have about 4 different major companies that we represent: DMC, Detroit Water and Sewer Department, International Bridge Company, just to name a few. So what I want to know is all the neighborhood Block Club leads. Can I get your name and number? Just in case we can get out, make sure that we get you guys the information that you need. So I just need a name, number, and contact information so I can call you and attend some of your meetings and bring you some of the resources so you guys won't forget. That's why they hired us. We'll get to the neighborhoods and kind of penetrate so you guys can say it and know what's going on. I do backyards, I do the police department, doesn't matter. I'm coming to where you at. So please, before you leave, Block Club leaders, sign my book so I can give you a call and get some information to you guys.
Hi, my name is Sonora Luckett, and I'm a part of the DeQuinta Good Neighbor Block Club. We meet on the third Wednesday, 6 o'clock, across from Solomon's Temple at Chosen Generations between 7 Mile and McKay.
Hello, everyone. My name is Helen, and I'm the president and the founder of Arcola Block Club. It was established 11 years ago, but the Block Club has fallen off a lot, so I'm currently reactivating it. So any of the other Block Club leaders, if you all have any advice for me or anything to help me get it back reestablished, I would really appreciate it if I could see you all before you leave. please, I'm begging you all because I am, my block was one of the blocks and I am a nurse that experienced actually seeing 2 children get shot on the street. So I'm really working hard to get the community involved to get it back beautiful and bring everybody back together in the community over there. So I would really appreciate some type of help. Thank you.
Good afternoon, I'm Rebecca Black, I'm the president of Kingdom Block Club. We meet every third Tuesday, and my vice president is here with me, one of the neighbors here with me also, Max is back there with us also. So we just, welcome anybody that wanna come to the Block Club, you're welcome to come.
Where's it at?
A third Tuesday here at the third. Consistent. Every third Tuesday. At what time? At 6 o'clock. All are welcome to come by. That's some new information. We have a new information. All right, thank you. You gotta get her together.
That's why all those citizens appreciate you talking.
This is an update. Eastside Drive Block Club meets, like I said, every third, every third Wednesday of each month. But we do take off from November to February. So we'll meet on an as-need basis, but our standard meetings is typically when the weather is nice.
You know what we're gonna ask you is, if all the block club leaders, maybe at the conclusion, can give with Ms. Jackson, you just write your name down and your number. And then maybe what we could do is have an isolated meeting organized by the FPOs here in the precinct, or we get all the block club leaders together and we coordinate. And that way, when we blast out information, we can spread it throughout the whole precinct. And also be an opportunity for more experienced block clubs to talk to the block clubs. And that's gonna happen.
And we can also get somebody from the department of neighborhoods to make sure everything is good.
Yes, sir.
Okay, who else do I need to get the block club information from? You guys hand me your papers back.
Hello, everybody. My name is John Bosch. I'm representing We Care About Van Dyke 7 Mile. And we have our meetings on the last Thursday of every month. We invite, our boundaries are Hoover to Mound, 6 Mile to 8 Mile. So anybody that has a block club in those areas is welcome to our meeting on the last Thursday of the month at 6:30, 20017 Van Dyke. That's between Hex Bar and Northtown Collision, right on Van Dyke, East Tower Drive. Thank you. Look forward to seeing you guys.
Thank you. Anybody that I gave a piece of paper to, make sure I get it back. What I'm going to do is I'm gonna make one list. When we come back, we'll have one list and we'll have all the block clubs, your president, vice president. We'll make sure that you guys are able to have each other's information. Because knowledge is power. We gotta share our information.
Well, Jason, it's hard to get up. My name is Pat Bosch, and that sounds familiar. That's my husband, John, in the blue shirt. We've been residents here since 1965. We're going to celebrate our anniversary on October 2nd from 1965. So, but that said, we have dedicated our lives to helping our neighborhood, the quality of life. So that means we have formed and at different times held offices in We Care About Van Dyke 7 Mile. And when that was not enough, we formed We Care Nonprofit Housing Corporation. And when that was not enough, we formed the Northtown Community Development Corporation. And when that was not enough, we formed Restore Northeast Detroit. But as John said, our operations are based at 20017 Van Dyke. That's between Hexbar and Northtown Collision. So we offer our facility to block clubs, as Karen Hunter and mentioned. I know that the precinct is not always available. So the Northtown Community Development Corporation owns the property at 20017 Van Dyke. And I want to invite everyone to the Restore Northeast Detroit meetings. They are held the second Saturday of the month from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. And you can park on Van Dyke or park in the parking lot of Hex Park, as long as you use the yellow and white muffler shop wall. But we are working to try and improve the quality of life and property through these different organizations. And the Northtown CDC has homes for sale that were built in 2005 and 2006. And this is a collaboration with Cleveland Housing Network. So our homes are 3 and 4 bedrooms. Some have attached garages and some have standalone garages, but all of the homes have basements. And if you need a affordable home, the homes are $30,000 with a $10,000 forgivable mortgage. So what can you buy for $20,000? And the homes are at Harbor and Van Dyke, right across from AO Homeschool. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, next we have Chaplain Roosevelt.
Yes, good evening, everyone. What a great turnout there. I'm not surprised. Number 11 is always on top of their game. Community relations groups over the years have been very instrumental in bringing people together. And Commander Chalmers and his staff, the NPOs and officers assigned there. I just wanted to say good evening to everyone. Again, a member of the 11th Precinct Chaplains Corps. We come to your precinct and talk with, listen to, pray with your officers before they start their tour of duty. And we try to make ourselves available whenever we're needed. And so I won't be long. I will say thank you. And again, to that fine community relations group, my hand salute to you all. And have a good evening and always pray.
And next we have Don Calloway, the Youth Connection.
Good evening, everyone. I hope you can see me. Thank you for allowing me to speak with you this evening. Again, I am with the Youth Connection, Love Detroit Prevention Coalition. Many of you probably took the Narcan training with Dr. Dudley. So just to make the connection, that's who I work for. But we work for the community. And we have something very important coming up on the last Saturday in October, the DEA Take Back. And this is an opportunity for you to dispose of unused, unwanted, or those expired pills that are in your medicine cabinet or sitting on your dresser or around your house. This is a time for you to clean that out and to safeguard your home from grandchildren, from children, from any visitor or anyone who might come in and have easy access to your medication. In addition to that, we do have the coalition, which is the Love Detroit Prevention Coalition, and our focus is to teach prevention education, to provide resources, and to bring the community together at large to take back the community. That prevention is a very key aspect of the safety in our communities, and we need the help of everyone, of parents, of grandparents, of youth. There are many sectors, law enforcement is involved, and we need everyone to come together. We'd like to invite you out. We are in the process of scheduling a coalition meeting, and we'd like to invite the community out. We'll be sure to share the information with everyone at the precinct, with Ms. President, Kim Jackson, and we'd like for you to come out and do what it is that you can do to help spread the message of prevention. Also, next month, October, is Substance Use Prevention Month. So there's a lot of information focused around that to help us, again, safeguard ourselves, our homes, and our communities from using medication, from helping everyone to understand, from using unprescribed medication, unsolicited drugs, and to just keep ourselves safe. We'd like to continue to share this message, but it takes the effort of the entire community. Please, again, mark your calendars for October 25th. You guys have the Golden Throne, right? At number 11? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you let
Okay,
me
you
know
have the Golden Throne. Is that
about
correct?
the Golden Throne? Can you let me know? Ms. Dunn, can you let them know who won with the most participation in the last
So
wait a minute, it was you. It was you. You guys reclaimed the throne. And I'm not going to speak on.
before you say what you say, hold on, go ahead, Dawn.
Hey, no, it was you, Officer Williams. What are you saying?
Oh, I just wanted to make sure that they knew.
So y'all remember earlier I was saying about how everybody was always in competition with us and always thinking they're better than us, like the precincts and things like that. We go about our business and we just mind our business and work with you guys, right? Yeah. And everybody else, you know, we're I mean, fortunately, we're the measuring stick. So since they want to have a competition, you know, the last 3 out of 4 drug takebacks, we won. And this past April, we set a record.
April.
We set a record, right?
You guys did, yes. You reclaimed your throne. You collected more pills. So it's a very friendly competition. So if we want to keep the throne, the Golden Throne at the 11th Precinct, we need everyone in there, even if it's a Tylenol that's in your medicine cabinet. Bring it to the precinct on that day of the takeback, the 25th of October, and that will help increase the numbers. And I'll speak on Dr. Dudley's behalf. We want to take Ohio out. We need to collect more pills in Ohio. So tell everyone you know. Everyone, don't flush your pills down the toilet. Don't throw them in the toilet, in the trash. Bring them to the precinct.
That's vitamin, all that stuff, right?
Mm-hmm. As long as it's not a liquid, no liquids, no syringes. They can be pills in the pill packs. Just bring any pills.
So you know what? So at CACA, I found out like in New Hampshire, they actually collect vapes, syringes, and things like that. They got with a company that does disposal. So, you know, Doc and I were like, oh, we need to find stuff. Okay. So that's a goal for us.
We need to work on that.
So again,
who was the number 11? Give it up for number 11, everybody. Number 11 is number 1. Double ones, number 11. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
All right, Miss Kane.
Okay,
all right, hold on 1 second, Miss Kane.
For everybody that gave me a paper, I want to make sure we have the name of the organization. You told us the Black Club, but you didn't give us no time, where you met. All I got is phone numbers and names. Can I get an email address? Can I get a date, a time, or location? Give us some more information. So, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna lay them up here. All right. You find your paper and can you come some more information? I'm trying to help you all out here. Well, how about you? I know you probably get all. Oh, somebody did good. Okay, let's put it in. That's your okay. You did good. Everybody did good. Mr.
We got two locations. So, Kim, can we have this?
Yes, please.
All right, Ms. Kane, principal of Dove Academy.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for inviting me, Officer Robinson. I would like to thank our officers, Williams and Robinson. They always support us. They provide field trips for our kids, safety walkthroughs. They attend career day. Thank you to all the officers because they know they help us with serious issues with our staff, our families, and our scholars. So we do appreciate you. Also, thank you to our community. Our Block clubs, we have Wexford, Yonkers, Norwood, and I have to say the best for last, right? Binder. That's where I grew up at. My parents still stay there. I was there from kindergarten to adulthood. So if my mother is out there, hi, Ms. Moore. So thank you. We do appreciate our community, and I can't forget Farwell Community Center as well. This is our third week of school. We still are enrolling kindergarten and fourth grade scholars. So if you're looking for a school, just give Ms. Driscoll a call. Right now, our scholars are taking their NWEA test, kinder through 8th grade, math and reading. So if you see them walking, coming to school, just wish them well. Preschool starts tomorrow. So we have our youngest tribe of kids coming in, and we also have open house. Our open house is September the 25th. From 3:15 until 5 o'clock. So I just invite all of you to stop by. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ms. Kane.
Got it. Oh, yeah, I want to make sure you was doing online. Okay, now we have another message. Hold on. Oh, I'm doing good, I remember. Okay. Okay, we have a message from Miss Ingram. And this past weekend, we worked on a neighborhood beautification project on Sunset. They said we planted an urban garden and we'll be putting up a free library this Saturday. Thanks to everyone that participated. It was a beautiful day. And she wanted to make sure that we shared this information. This is for all of us to share and enjoy near the corner of Sunset. Oh, now you want me to read the small spell. Hold on. Okay, this is for all of us to share and enjoy near the corner of Sunset and East Hilldale Street, just 2 blocks from Nevada. We're late getting started and the fall weather was moving in, but we have the chairs out to the end of October and return in spring. Yeah. Thank you. Raffle. Ready for our raffle?
$97. Maybe winner's share of 48.
Okay, and the first winning number will be 834913. The last 3 is 913. And we'll I
Okay, now we got a big set of baseball tickets we're gonna give out as well. Okay, going to dinner. And so while we're doing that, y'all know where I'm going. I'll make y'all plans for October. Doing the strike. All right, everybody to be ready.
All right, this is gonna be for Tigers tickets for September 16th at 6:40 p.m. So the winning number is gonna be 834856. The last three is 856.
All right.
Same thing. Okay, so we got more Tigers tickets for September 16th. So the next winning number is gonna be 834-860. 860. We have winners. All right.
I was in the winter house, so once you watch
We have one more set.
All right, last Tigers. September 17th. 4 p.m. So the winning number is the last three is 861. 861. Wow.
Okay, so we have another update. Anyone with kids between the age of 10 and 17. 10 and 17. We're recruiting the Explorers. The website is, and I'm gonna go real slow, www. You already know that. www. 3W. www. DPD Explorers EXPLORES.org. 10 to 17. Okay? They are going to start recruiting Explorers 10 to 17. Go to the website and it'll give you all the information you guys need. Let me make sure I'm covering everything. I think. Yep.
We'll come up here and talk to MTO Robinson. He needs the entire Explorers across the precinct here, across the city.
Yeah. Okay. It is 8:04. We getting ready to get out of here. I want everybody to be safe. It's getting cooler, you know, it's getting darker. You know our routine we go through every year. Okay. I want everybody to be ready for October. Get your rest, get by some jujitsu, whatever you need to do. Stand out there, look cute in an outfit. I don't care. I just want us out. Okay? Yes, ma'am. Yes, we are going to start that. We're going to do the Halloween, either money, and I'll go buy the candy, or you can get the candy and you can bring it up here to community relations. It's however you guys do it. I usually get whatever money I get. I usually go buy chips instead of candy because we get so much candy. So I just go buy like a huge variety of different chips. So whatever you guys prefer to do, we will make it work. Okay? Mr. Downwell, I want to thank you so much. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. I really honestly do.
Your district representative, Danielle January. Oh, there she
goes.
I listen. Just kudos to her. She's the individual who placed Diane out. Who's been years in the group. But Miss January does a phenomenal job.
Awesome.
And so if there is assistance that you need, call her.
You put you on blast now. You on blast.
But she is a real warrior, right?
Good.
Because the last thing I want to say is let you guys go. If you cannot,
If you need assistance with your application and you cannot get to us, we will come to you. The board of review has a responsibility, I believe, to make sure that people have access. I'm always talking about that, right? So we have some individuals that just can't make it out. So we'll find out what the problem is, and we'll make sure that we get you that access by getting to you. So don't feel like you can't call us and ask for assistance, because it's there. And today, right, was January. 313-628-0722. 313-628-0722. All right, and DetroitMI.gov/hope. DetroitMI.gov/hope. So you can find it if you go on the phone or on the website or by email. All right, thank you.
And if you guys, I'll make sure that I mail it out. I had a couple of people to ask for for me to send it back out. I'll send it back out to you if you need it. If you can't find it or you don't feel like going to the website, I'll make sure that you guys get it. Okay? Also, there's food left in the back. I'm not taking it home. I'm being very clear. I'm not taking none of that home because I got too much of it there already. So please make sure you take a plate, do something. There's enough there, carry out, whatever, but please enjoy yourself. And I did. Even though I worked and I stayed on the call for 4 hours, I work in IT, so that was just a disaster right there. So, but I did. I had a great day. So thank you. Thank you. Yep. Okay, so please, you guys be safe. We'll see you next month. I'll make sure I'll email you any information that